Hello, Isabella Grace here for Hunting the Silver Lining. And today I want to talk about getting out of a funk. And the most practical thing that I've ever done is to simply put one foot forward in front of the other in a direction that before the funk and after the funk, I will be clear was a healthy, productive thing to do, such as get out of bed, take a shower, shampoo, blow dry your hair, do your makeup, put on lashes, pick out a pair of earrings, a little bit of jewelry, get dressed, and maybe it's do your laundry, wash your sheets and bedding, and even things as unfun as do your taxes. Like just start. And the reason why I want to say that is because historically for myself, I do get in a lot of funks because I'm constantly pushing myself to grow and evolve, and I really care about being the best version of myself that I can be. But also, I want to be happy, but I want to be authentic. And those two things, they come up against each other, don't they, in this life? And so funks are going to happen, feeling down, feeling let down, losing an opportunity or something just not working no matter how hard I tried. And I noticed just put one foot in for it can also be a health setback. So even if I'm in pain, I don't, okay, obviously you do what you got to do that's best for you, but I'm just really talking about what works for me in the context of could be useful to someone else or could be the tiniest bit of encouragement that someone else might need when they're in a funk and they're feeling down. And it's just put one foot in forward in front of the other, and every single, just keep telling yourself that and keep moving forward in small incremental little healthy ways. Kaizen is this Japanese business concept of Kaizen is like tiny incremental improvements that equal something huge over a long period of time. And so I want to put that out there for other people because I've had to do that with myself repeatedly lately. And today in particular, I wasn't feeling well and I didn't have anything. None of the things on my roster were fun. And maybe I could have went and had fun in some way, but I wouldn't have enjoyed myself because all I would have been thinking about or was the things that I had to get done and the way that I felt. Sorry for that. And I just didn't really feel well at all. And I had to get myself to just put one foot in forward in front of the other, do some laundry, have a shower, shampoo, blow dry my hair, put on some makeup, get dressed, and don't give up. Because what I used to do was to sit and analyze and overanalyze, and sometimes I would think, oh, I'm just going to sit here until I feel better. And what if that takes days or weeks or months? Your whole life falls apart and you lose every sliver of momentum that you ever had, and then you have other problems like you're not healthy and your health is less good on account of not reasserting your investment in yourself. So just keep putting one foot forward in front of the other. And even though that feels painful and ultra sluggish, if you're genuinely in a real funk, a real slump, which I was today, I still am a little bit, but I'm coming out of it. But that's why I wanted to say this to you, because I did just keep putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward in really small ways. And I felt a little bit better. And I wanted to share that because I think sometimes we can over complexify what's the term for that? Overanalyze and overly complexify and pathologize when we're not feeling well in such a manner as it just completely paralyzes us, and nothing really gets better from that angle in my experience. Even if you know exactly why you're sad through analysis, you're still sad. So okay, don't do that again, or don't allow those people to do that to you again, or don't get in that situation again. But maybe it's a situation you had no control over and you're not gonna have control over. So I'm not saying don't know what's wrong, but what I'm saying is that intellectualizing and analyzing isn't necessarily the release pressure valve that I used to think it was. I used to think, oh, if I could just understand, then it would be solved. You know, like if I just knew what 2 plus 2 meant, everything would be okay on the exam. You know, when you're a little kid and you're trained to think if you have the right answer, like everything's golden and you're going to make an A and the teacher's going to love you and your parents will be proud of you. Except, I mean, how far does that take you in life? Not very. I'm not saying we shouldn't, because I'm going to analyze forever and I want to know the answers and I want to have the right answers and I want to share that with others so that we can all have a better life. But the point that I'm getting at is specifically when you're in a funk, analyzing and intellectualizing isn't necessarily going to make anything better, even if you are correct. 100% correct and 100% innocent. Two things that usually don't happen for humans, but let's just say in a given situation, you're 100% correct, you figured it out, and you were 100% innocent. That doesn't take the pain away. It kind of exacerbates it in a sense. So just put one foot forward in front of the other in a direction. Now, this is the specific. In a direction that you would have already known before and after the funk was good for you. Take a shower, shampoo, blow dry, makeup, a pair of earrings, get dressed, wear a bra, and eat something healthy, take your supplements, do some laundry, clean up and organize things, even if you can't face the really difficult, heavy tasks. Just do one little tiny step. Say, oh, I'm just going to do this one step on my taxes, or this one step on this other big assignment that I have for myself. And when you do that, what I noticed is it incrementally takes away a little bit of the angst and the anxiety and the pain of everything's wrong and all these chores are piling up that I'm not taking care of. So take care of the little things. Just go back to the little things when something really big goes wrong and give yourself a couple of wins. I think that's one of the things, is making some advancements and giving myself a couple of wins. It makes me feel better, and taking care of myself always, 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 always. So put one foot forward in front of the other in a direction that you would have already known before or after the funk was good for you, and make some little incremental improvement for yourself, even if it's just taking your supplements and shampooing and blow drying your hair and getting some laundry and tasks and chores done. And also, then you always got to go back to kind of letting go a little bit, letting go of the things you can't control in a moment, but put one foot forward in front of the other in the direction that you knew before and you will know after the funk was going to be good for you. Okay, and just do that and see what happens. I hope this finds you well, and may the universe always conspire in your favor and in mine. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Keep hunting the silver lining, baby.